Hot news: winter's 1-2 punch behind the storm, a dangerous flash freeze. The New York Times. As a powerful winter storm moved up the east coast to Maine and then out to sea on Sunday, residents across the Midwest and the eastern seaboard were bracing for winter's next blow. Plunging temperatures and blustery winds right behind the storm that were expected to freeze solid everything in sight, creating dangerous travel conditions and potentially widespread power failures. Already on Sunday morning, thousands of utility customers were without electricity in Connecticut, where freezing rain had damaged trees and power lines. The influx of our government. Ned Lamont warned, "That's going to get very icy by later this afternoon," he said. The flash freeze was already taking hold farther to the west. In State College, the Arctic air moving in behind the storm was expected to deliver freezing temperatures as far south as Tallahassee, Florida, and to snarl travel across most of the Northeast, even in areas where the storm dropped little or no snow. Anything that remains liquid is going to freeze rather quickly, so there will be dangerous travel conditions, said Rich Otto, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service's Weather Prediction Center in College Park, MD. More than 10,000 people in Connecticut were without power on Sunday morning, according to Eversource and United Illuminating, two utility companies, in large part because so much of the storm's precipitation in the state had come in the form of sleet or freezing rain. Mr. Otto said, "Those kind of winds blowing on those power lines and trees that are already stressed from the weight of the ice, I think, is going to be problematic," he said. Governor Lamont warned Connecticut residents on Twitter that power outages could be prolonged, and urged those who currently had power to keep their phones charged. Farther north and farther inland, the storm mainly dropped snow. As of Sunday morning, New York City received little snow, with no reports of accumulation in Manhattan, though there were minor amounts in suburban areas before the precipitation turned to heavy rain. Mr. Otto said there was potential for flooding on Long Island, in southeastern New England, and possibly in eastern Maine. The National Weather Service is providing forecasts and warnings as usual during the storm, even though it is affected by the partial government shutdown, along with the rest of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Meteorologist, "I would say it's a little more stressful than it normally is, but overall we're all passionate about the weather here, and we come in here positive and enthusiastic," Mr. Otto said, adding that the failure so far to resolve the standoff was a little discouraging.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.